Matsuo-san, thank you very much for being here today. You've traveled from Japan to be here in India for this event and other meetings, so I appreciate your time. Very, very, very good. We were in a discussion now talking about foreign investors, how they understand India, what are the challenges and so on, or try to understand. But before we go there, if you can talk about GENKAI Capital, how do you invest? What's the firm doing? The size of the firm?
Okay. This company, I started 16 years ago. It's basically Japanese institutional capital into real estate. Right now, our business is mostly into real estate in Japan, but because of the limitation of Japanese growth in economy and also valuation of a real estate, I start looking at the outbound business. And when I look at multiple locations to as a destination of investment, I kind of decided to bet on India's in big growth. That's I started almost 8 years ago. But first half I was miserable understanding this difficult market. But in the last 3-4 years, I started investing, starting from a debt. But now I understand from this good discussion today, we understand the market is really booming now. So I think we are going into equity investment into residential and office building now.
Fantastic. So you're considering investment in equity investments in office and resi. Are those the only markets that you pretend that you like to start with, or you thinking about other sectors already?
Well, in my business in Japan, we do almost everything. We are not the core fund. We're more like a value add type. So we're looking for some solution, a value add area for each investment. In India, to me, all the product type is value add. It's just, we have to do a lot of value add type of structuring and development and also financing. So I am happy to look into any type of a property in this country, but my resources is limited. And also the Japanese investors, I think it's easy for them to understand starting with the residential and office. But I know a lot of Japanese company, developer and so forth, are looking for some growth. And they're now, in the last couple of years, the attention from Japanese investor into India became much bigger. So I think I can even, not necessarily a fund formation, but for direct investment, kind of joint venture advisory type of stuff, I can look into different type.
And when it comes to finding the right partners and the right projects, ideal world, if you could choose here in India, what is the ideal partner for you and the best type of project that would fit your criteria?
Well, that's the most difficult part, especially for Japanese with the Indian people. The difference in communication, background, culture, it's very different. So I took 3-4 years to decide one developer partner and also debt structuring partner. So we've been working with them almost 4-5 years. But choosing this right partner is difficult. I think a property doesn't tell a lie, but the people tell a lie if they need to. So that's how we choose and how we become a trustworthy partner in this country is the toughest part. But I see a lot of Indian people, if I go in more directly talking myself, I think they're open and understand the way they communicate with us. So I think I try to become a good kind of a gateway for other Japanese new investors.
Fantastic. And what's the ticket size that you like to invest?
Right now, it's not that big because our fund is not so big at this moment. So, but the corpus of equity for each project is try to look right now is like a 20 million, 30 million as a typically joint venture with a local partner.
US dollars.
US dollar.
Correct. Are you optimistic about 2024? I suppose so, but are you positive about what's coming to the country? How do you see the situation?
Well, as you see, global market is kind of difficult to foresee, high interest rates and so forth. But Japan is the only country we don't have high interest rate yet, and I don't think it's gonna come too soon. So a lot of foreign companies, foreign funds are trying to suck the money from Japan, even from US and Europe. They're coming because we have a lot of capital with low interest rate. To me, I think Japan is taking a good advantage. Other people are not playing so hard in acquisition. Japan is good timing to go into invest into India or some other growing market in Asia. That is my thesis for now.
I can see you do your homework. You came here for many years, with a lot of resilience, trying to really understand the market. And that's what it takes to be able to penetrate in a market with so many specificity, with so many details like India. It's very challenging. I understand that. Do you think that other foreign investors will follow what you're doing? Do you believe that we'll see more international capital floating to India?
Well, for myself, talking to myself, it's my company, my business. So I had a luxury to spend 4 years to start business. I don't think if I working for a big company, they allow us to spend 4 years doing nothing.
They want to spend faster or get out, right?
Yeah, and that's why I am happy now. But I try to expedite this understanding process for other Japanese investors to come into India. I don't think it's easy for a big company to decide quickly. Having said that, large company like big Mitsui, Mitsubishi, Sumitomo, those guys decided to come, and they're not the trader. They just decided to spend years and years. So they don't care about the short-term trading opportunity or not. They are betting on the long-term growth. That's a right way to come from, especially from Japanese investor to India. So I think that's the way this should be.
Matsuo-san, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.